First day of school. This year it's gonna be different. Hey, nerd. Oh no, come on guys, it's the first day. I don't care. Give me your lunch money. I don't have any lunch money. Oh, is that so? Get him!
Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at a comparatively old homebrew for the Intellivision. It's Old School, published by Electronite in 2014. Old School comes in a professionally printed gatefold box with a manual, 2 overlays, and a new injection molded cartridge. This was a choice of my members for review in September. Every month, the members of this channel get to vote on a game that I have to review. If you'd like to be a part of steering the channel, I would be honored if you'd join them. Now, to the task at hand. Does Old School hold up after all this time? Let's have a look. After the splash screen, we get a colorful title screen playing a simple rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Pressing any button on our controller leads us to select our difficulty level, from easy, normal, and hard, and then our game speed, normal or fast. Making our choices, we start on floor 1, where we immediately get Pac-Man or Lock and Chase vibes. In Old School, you play as Poindexter, the teacher's pet, on a mission to reclaim your lunch money and your precious term paper. Unfortunately, the school bullies Frick and Frack have cut class and are roaming the halls. If the bullies catch you, they're gonna give you a wedgie, so you're gonna want to try to avoid them at all costs. Like most maze games, you'll have to collect all the dots in the halls, which represent your lunch money. Apparently, you brought a lot of pennies with you to school. Unlike other games of this genre though, doing this is a much more involved process. At the edges of the screen, you'll see green boxes with arrows on them. This leads to the other rooms on the floor. Yep, each floor has multiple rooms, and you'll have to clear them all in order to pass the stage. Every room will have both Frick and Frack wandering its halls, but upon entering, they start from their origin point in the center. With this game mechanic, you can usually quickly grab the dots that are near the edges and hop back out before things get too dangerous. A clever technique, especially when playing on fast mode. On each floor, you'll also find a series of colored doors blocking the halls: blue, red, yellow, and white. In order to be able to open these doors, you'll need to find the corresponding keys, which are also found in the rooms. These doors blocking the halls aren't to be confused with the unlocked doorways. These special doors lead to another room on the floor and can be used as kind of a teleport. These doors are color-coded as well, so that you know where you'll be heading when you enter one. Finding and collecting all the keys and coins, you have one final objective in each level: to reclaim your term paper. Your term paper is the white page, usually enclosed by doors of the last color key you collect. If you've collected all the coins, grabbing this and returning to the starting point of the maze will reward you with a congrats, bonus points, and an extra life, before advancing to the next level. So, collect all the dots, get all the keys, grab your term paper, and return to the start. But there's another item that appears once on each level that you won't want to forget. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where escape is impossible, or you just need to get past one of the bullies in order to make it somewhere you want to get to. This is where chalk brushes come in handy. As the teacher's pet, Poindexter has been cleaning chalk brushes, and if needed, they make for excellent weapons. Pressing the top button on your controller will toss a brush in the direction you're facing. If you hit Frick or Frack with it, they'll be stunned for a short period, allowing you to pass through them and make your escape. When you throw a brush, you can't throw again until the one on screen is gone. So if you're surrounded, you'll need to make sure that your first shot hits before you even try and throw again. Also, you have a limited supply of brushes. Poindexter can only hold 15 chalk brushes at any given time, and the amount of brushes you have left is at the top of the screen, between your remaining lives and the keys you've collected. On every level, there is one chalk brush in the maze. Picking it up will replenish your supply. But remember, once you use it, it's gone. If you grab it while you're already carrying 15, you won't get any, so it's best to leave the chalk brush for when you're low on ammo. Alright, now that we know everything about how to play, let's look at the different difficulty settings, speed settings, and the endgame. The difficulty level is all about how Frick and Frack move. In easy mode, they're morons, and they wander the halls of the school aimlessly. On normal mode, they're a little smarter and can find you easier, but still can be given the slip. On hard mode though, they rarely make a wrong turn, so I hope you're good with those chalk brushes. When it comes to speed, normal is what you've been seeing thus far in the review. It feels pretty good and gives you a fair chance at reading the environment and reacting to what's going on. Playing on fast doubles the speed. Normally, I feel this makes a lot of games almost unplayable, but here, it's actually not too bad. I could definitely see people preferring the speed of fast mode, especially if you're a big fan of maze-style games. There are 7 levels of the school for you to play through. I've never made it that far, but according to the manual, completing them all will loop back to level 1 in order for you to try and rack up your high score. When you finally lose all your lives, you can enter your initials in to save and brag about your best scores. Or, if you're like me and have a really crappy game, put in a friend's name to avoid the shame. And that's Old School for the Intellivision. So what did I think? For an earlier homebrew, I think it really does hold up. I'm not great at maze games, and while I like them, they're really not a go-to genre for me. With all the additions to the format here, I really enjoy this one, and it's one of my favorites, right up there with Ladybug, which regular viewers know I'm a huge fan of. There are a few things here that definitely indicate that it's an older game. The title music, while charming, is super basic. There are no cutscenes, and at least in my gameplay, sometimes the chalk brushes didn't quite connect like they should. Where it shines though is in the quality of the gameplay. Old School is a great game and straight up fun. I definitely recommend it now, 11 years after its release. This isn't one of the ROMs that Electronite is currently offering for sale, but rest assured that it should be available soon. If you get a chance, pick it up. Thank you for watching my video, I hope you liked it, and thank you so much to my channel members who chose this game for me to review. I appreciate your support so much. As always, my contact info is in the description, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.